Alright, so this week we have another week of Spider-Geddon. We got 2 books this week, Spider-Girls 2 and Spider-Gwen the Ghost Spider number 2. Had to get this crappy variant cover. I hate variant covers. I'd rather get the regular cover, but this is all they had, so I had to get it, and I wasn't gonna pass up getting Spider-Gwen. So how was this week for Spider-Geddon? Pretty good, I guess. Both of these books were really good, surprisingly. But I was a little disappointed on Spider-Gwen, and we'll talk more about that. But first, let's talk about Spider-Girls number 2. So Anya Corazon, Mayday Parker, and Annie Parker go to Normie Osborn, which is of this universe. This is Harry Osborn's kid. Okay. We see 2 inheritors have gone to the Earth of Annie Parker's Earth, and they're like, oh, how did we miss this? Like, how did we miss this last time? We missed this Earth last time. I don't think it even existed back then, but it's Bora and Brix, who I've never seen before, and I don't remember them from Spider-Verse or Spider-Geddon or anything. So I guess they were there, and now they're here, and they're just looking for spider totems. So they explained to Normie that you technically could be a spider totem, so that like the inheritors might come after you. And they talk to Normie, and they're saying that, okay, we're gonna like look at the scrolls and try to figure out what to do with these scrolls. And Annie basically touches the scrolls and can see her parents with outlines of the other spider characters fighting, which is kind of cool. And Normie turns into a giant mutated spider. They start running after Normie, but then Annie and Mayday are looking. They're like, okay, well, we gotta find Normie, and the roof collapses, and Bora and Brix show up at the end. That's the end of issue 2 of Spider-Girls. Like the first issue, this was pretty good. I'm actually surprised that this is pretty good. And like I said in my first episode of this Spider-Geddon series thingy, I was hesitant on Spider-Girls just because of the name, because it was called Spider-Girls, and I thought they would, push the girl power thing, but they're not, and I like that a lot. So this is surprisingly good, and I'm happy with the way that this is turning out, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. And we don't have a cover, oddly enough, for issue 3. It's just black, and it says Spider-Girls 3 on December 12th, 2018. So I don't know what that cover looks like, but yeah, and I like this cover a lot too. This cover is nice, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Spider-Girls 2. Like I said, I'm very happy how this is turning out. I can't wait to see what happens with issue 3, but now let's go on to Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 2. Like I said, this was just a tiny bit disappointing. So Spider-Gwen and Peter of this universe that they're in are basically talking about what's going on, and Spider-Gwen explains to Peter what's happening, and there's a pumpkin bomb that goes off. Spider-Gwen pushes Peter out of the way, and Peter basically explains the universe. And surprisingly, I thought that the Goblin character from the first issue would be Mary Jane, but no, it's actually Gwen, and Peter Parker isn't Spider-Man, it's actually Harry Osborn. And so it's kind of interesting. So it's the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. That's the team up, I guess, in this universe. So Gwen of this universe is the Green Goblin, and Harry Osborn is Spider-Man. They were fighting Sandman, and Gwen got Spider-Man, so Harry Osborn and her dad killed. So now Gwen isn't alive, it's just the Goblin, and they're trying to get Peter Parker and the Mary Jane of this universe are trying to find the Green Goblin and fix her. And Gwen is like, okay, I'll help you if you can help me, because I need this universe's Gwen Stacy to get me back to Earth 616 so I can help fight the inheritors, which obviously she's gonna be late to the party. So Peter Parker and Spider-Gwen go to Mary Jane's house, and Mary Jane's like, oh my god, it's Gwen, and then it's like, no, that's not Gwen, it's from another reality, and she's like, oh, okay. So Peter Parker's gonna stay at Mary Jane's house, and Mary Jane is gonna take Spider-Gwen to go see 2 people that might help them find the Green Goblin, and it just ends with the Green Goblin looking at this picture of Gwen and Mary Jane. So maybe, just maybe, Gwen is still inside of the Green Goblin. So that was Spider-Gwen the Ghost Spider #2, and I was disappointed about this. It wasn't as good as the first issue, but there was a funny part where where Peter Parker is explaining like the whole origin of the universe as exposition, and Gwen goes, "Please, my friends," and he goes, "I can't help you without Gwen, just listen to the damn story." It's basically what Peter says, and she's like, "Fine, go, keep going," and then they continue with the story. Just kind of find that funny, how they're forcing all this exposition. This was kind of like a filler issue, because nothing really happened. We just find out about the universe, and what's going on with the universe, and that's it. And then issue 3, they're gonna find the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin's gonna get fixed, and then send her back to a universe or whatever, something like that. So, and then Spider-Gwen issue 4 is like the aftermath to Spider-Geddon, where the cover to issue 4 of Spider-Gwen 4 is like a bunch of spider graves and Spider-Gwen standing over them. So that's kind of the aftermath. So we're still not done with Spider-Man Spider-Geddon after December. We still have one more issue after December. We have Spider-Gwen issue 4. So Spider-Geddon is still gonna go in 2019, technically. I don't know if that's technically a tie-in to Spider-Geddon, but still, that's kind of what happens afterwards, and what's going on with Spider-Gwen, and I guess the aftermath of Spider-Geddon. So, yeah, we got another 2 months, technically, of Spider-Geddon. So, we'll have to see what happens with the rest of this series, what happens, and yeah. So, like I said, disappointed, and I had to get the stupid variant cover for, what is this, Uncanny X-Men, whatever. But yeah, so that was this week. Like I said, it was better than some of the other weeks of Spider-Geddon, because Spider-Girls 2 was actually solid, and Ghost Spider 2 was alright, but not as good as the first issue, but it was better. This week was better than last week, so I'm kind of happy about that. So guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, why don't you give this video a like and check out some of the other videos that we have here posted on the channel. If you like those videos as well as this one, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel as well. And also check out some of the other Spider-Geddon videos that we have here posted on the channel. We all have the playlist right here, so go check out all those videos. We had some ups and we had some downs for this event. And also stay tuned for next week, where I talk about Spider-Force #3 and Spider-Geddon Handbook #1. So guys, I'll see you in the next one.